Hello there folks, these are the hands of me, Dan Brown, from asortofinterestinlife.com, and we have here my humble little Midori Traveller's Notebook. This one is the Traveller's Star Edition, as illustrated by the green band there, and basically, the other day I posted a photo of how worn and weathered the cover was to a Midori Facebook group. People seemed to like it, so I thought let's dive in and have a closer look. Before we have a closer look at the old scratched up cover, I suppose we'll just have a quick look at how I use it and what my general setup is. So if we pop this open, the first thing that you can see is that I've got one of these plastic wallet inserts. Now I do use this as my normal standard day-to-day wallet, so normally I have my ID and bank card in here. So you can see the front is basically these two little card-sized pockets where I just keep a few of my business cards, obviously just for the site and for my books. And if we come back to the back of that cover, we have a little pocket here that I use to keep money in, just obviously notes rather than coins. Also got this Leuchtturm 1917 pen loop here, which obviously keeps the little cross-century classic pen that I've got there. So that obviously keeps it nice and tidy and together. If we go to the back, you can see the rest of this plastic insert, which is one of these zipper covers, which I use to just keep general bits and pieces in. You can see I've got some of these coloured dot stickers in there at the minute. Now, in terms of the notebooks that I use, I basically used one as a standard diary, as in a proper dear diary. This is what I'm doing, this is what happened today, this is how I feel about it. You can see I've had this for 10 months since last October now, and I've already got through 5 books and I'm into my 6th book here. And these are literally, as I say, straight up diaries. So it's great to be able to look back on these things. I've always been a diary keeper, and having just all these random little things of what I've been up to and where I've been to look back on, and written up in a fair bit of detail, it's got to be said. I really do enjoy having these sorts of records and references. What I try and do as well, I'm no great artist at all, but I try and just throw in these little sketches now and then, just generally to liven it up, and so it's like I can just flip through and go, oh yeah, that's exactly where I was. I should point out at this point, because it's relevant further on in this video, that I live on a little boat. So this Midori has been not only up mountains and down abandoned mines and goodness knows where else, it's been up and down the canal in its entire life basically. From the moment that I got this was heading out onto a boat, and that's why I like to keep a lot of these diaries and things, because I can see where I was and what I was up to just on the canal as part of day-to-day life. And as you can see, I go through phases of writing tiny and cramming in as much writing as possible, and then sometimes I'll be writing in massive letters. Because this is always with me, I find myself jotting down in random moments and completely random places if I've got a spare, I don't know, 10 minutes. So that's why the writing and everything is quite ununiformed. And again, if we, I don't know, what's this bookmark here for? Just some random little sketches I like to throw in, like I say. I've got a proper video where I go through some of my sketches and some of my paintings. I do try and do a little bit of painting as well, but again, like I say, I'm no great artist, but I'll put a link to that video in the description. But yeah, really, I just wanted to throw those in just to say that this is what I use it for in general. Now, I normally only have 2 notebooks in here. The other one is one of these free diaries, and it is the month to view one. So basically you can fill in what month and what dates you want and make the days of the week in any order you so wish. But what I use this for is my general boat record. And basically, if you don't have a home mooring on a narrowboat, you've got to move every 14 days to a different area. So I like to keep these as a nice, simple, easy to view record of where I've been when I was there. So obviously I can look at any given moment and go, oh yeah, on this day in April I was here, and this day in March I was here, and that's nice, simple, straightforward month to view guide for something that doesn't need too much writing about each event, just a location and what day it was. So that's the general Midori and how I use it. What I'm thinking of doing, I've got this is one of the standard Midori lined notebooks. As you can see, I was using this an awful lot. There's different tabs for videos on YouTube to do, shopping lists, just basically all sorts of things, random boat jobs. I think I might use that one back in here instead of the months to view diary, because I don't really need this information with me at any given moment. But obviously having these months to view books is incredibly useful, and I'll still use this, but maybe just keep it on the boat full time. Now, if we have a super duper close-up look at the cover of the Midori, you can see just how much it really is covered in these little scrapes and little tiny chips taken out of it. And what I really love about it is, obviously, the more that it gets weathered, the more it looks like a proper sort of traveller's notebook. I can try and fetch that better into focus. But what I really like are these watermarks, where this has been soaked a fair few times when it's been out on walks with me. And you can see one of the most recent ones from last week. Me and a couple of friends were out walking up a mountain, got an absolute soaking on our way back down. And I'm not joking, you can imagine how wet this was. This was in my backpack, but still got a soaking. Notebooks got wet, but, well, what can you do? You can see there where the water line come up to, and it leaves that wonderful little mark. And it's just that weird thing of how leather is. But I don't know if you can see. It's too difficult to get it really on camera properly. But it's even like raised in this very slight form just over that bleached area there. And these are the simple things that I absolutely love. And it really, I don't know, it does, as people have said on the Facebook group, it really adds to the character of the notebook and shows just how well loved and well used it is. So I'm not particularly a big worrier about, oh, don't put it in your backpack with your keys, or don't put it in your pocket with coins. And as you can see, that over time, well, if we look at that front cover there, you can see it's got the line sort of being pressed into it from where the rubber band goes around. You've got all of these scrapes and scratches, and just in general, I really like the way that it's aging and weathering up. This is after 10 months so far, so hopefully this will keep me going for many years to come. I'll say thank you very much for watching. Check out my other videos for a load more Midori stuff and all sorts of filofaxes and notebooks and pens and paper and goodness knows what else. Subscribe, feel free to like the Facebook page or follow me on Twitter. Feel free to add me personally on Facebook too. And of course, if you're interested in seeing a few of the little entries from these notebooks, then check out my latest Kindle book, A Narrowboat and a Notebook. Until the next time, have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you around soon. Farewell.